Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Frederik Op de Beeck. I'm a managing partner from a collective, and today we're going to talk about why should you upgrade to Dynamics 365 for finance and operations, and what are the benefits from upgrading your old AX version to the latest Dynamics 365 for finance and operations. What are the benefits of Dynamics 365 for finance and operations? Or what are the benefits of upgrading to Dynamics 365 for finance and operations? Well, accessibility. Dynamics 365 Finance Operations is a cloud-based platform which you can access through your web browser. That actually means you don't have to work with VPN, with Citrix anymore. You also don't need to work with Enterprise Portal anymore. Everywhere you are, you can just access it through the cloud, through your web browser, and connect to Dynamics 365 for Finance and Operations. Now, I already said it as well, any device. You can actually also open it on any device. If it's your tablet, your PC, your phone, you can also open it on any browser, Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome. You can also open it on any device, so on any software OS, like Windows, like Linux, like Mac. You can open it on those applications as well. Now, one of the things as well, you will lower your IT maintenance costs and you lower your IT maintenance efforts. Because it's cloud-based, Microsoft actually takes care of your upgrades. You don't need to upgrade yourself anymore. Microsoft will upgrade the Dynamics 364 platform for you after you, of course, approve the latest upgrade. But also, next to that, you don't need any server parks anymore at your location. You don't need an on-premise server. You don't need to maintain it on your own location. It's something that Microsoft will do for you. Now, next to that as well, Microsoft invested a lot in the Microsoft Power Platform. And what's the Power Platform? Well, the Power Platform exists actually of four key concepts. You have Power BI, where you as a key user, you can configure your own reports. You have Power Automate, where you can actually automate your processes, and you can also automate your notifications throughout your organization. You have Power Virtual Agent. That's where you can configure a chat box and your communication with the customer. You can figure your chat box there. And then we have Power Apps. And that's where you make your own apps, your own mobile apps or other client-based apps. Now, next to that as well, Microsoft invested a lot as well in new functionality. Now, I will leave that for a future web session so that we can talk about what's new in Dynamics 365 for finance operation from a functional level. We received the question as well, does Microsoft Dynamics 365, does it have an on-premise version? Well, the answer is yes. Dynamics 365 has an on-premise version. You can actually install that version on your local network, on your local closed network. What happens to your existing Dynamics AX licenses when you upgrade to Dynamics 365 for finance and operations? Well, Microsoft actually has foreseen an upgraded transition track to upgrade your older licenses to the latest licenses. So you can upgrade your AX 2009, your AX 2012 licenses to the latest version of Dynamics 365 for finance and operations, and Microsoft will offer you a discount on that upgrade. Now, also, Microsoft has included a new license model. You will pay per user per month, and you will only pay for what you need. So let's say you only need supply chain management, or you only will need finance, or you will only need human resources. You will only pay for that certain aspect what you need from the Dynamics 365 platform. What will happen to your current code, your current customizations of the older Dynamics AX version? Well, of course it won't get lost. That would be stupid if all your code gets lost. But actually what Microsoft has foreseen is an upgrade tool. The upgrade tool is available through the LCS, the Lifecycle Services tool that Microsoft has, to also tailor your release management and to watch on which version you have and to see all the information about stopping and starting your environment. Now, when you run that upgrade tool, you have to actually upload your old code model, your old customizations. You have to upload it in the upgrade tool. That will all convert it to the latest Dynamics 365 for finance and operations code. And actually, out of that tool, you will see some compilers. And it's that compilers which we need to resolve before you can work with your Dynamics 365 for finance and operations version. Now, that's a one-time cost. You only upgrade once, you only convert all your code. When that's there, you can actually work with your Dynamics 365 for finance and operations system. One of the questions we get from customers a lot is, do we need to upgrade? Well, actually no. You don't need to upgrade from an older AX version to the latest Dynamics 365 for finance and operations. There is no obligation whatsoever from Microsoft or a collective. The only thing you have to watch out for, you have your lifecycle support. Microsoft calls it your mainstream support. At a certain time, that mainstream support will end. Your latest version, the latest version of AX 2012 R3 for example, it ends, the mainstream support, it ends at October 2021. So there, as a company, you as a customer, you have actually to decide, do we take the risk of continuing afterwards without that support? Or don't we take the risk and do we upgrade? That's for you to decide. Another question is, how long does it take to upgrade to the latest Dynamics 365 version? What is the cost? Well, that's actually very hard to answer because it's dependent on a lot of factors. How many customizations do you have? How many interfaces do you have? How many users are in the system? How many users do you want to train in the new system? It's all considerations, all questions we will ask you to come with a reasonable effort and a reasonable price, budget to start the implementation. Now, if you would really ask me, what is the average time, Frederik, that a project like that takes? Well, it's mostly around 6 to 9 months that an upgrade track from an older AX version takes. How do we approach an upgrade project? Well, actually, we come in and we start with something we call an evaluation phase. And there we ask you for, can we get your current code base? Can we get all the information around your interfaces, your add-ons, your reports? We actually need that information to see how long will a technical upgrade cost. Then we will also ask you questions like, how many users do we need to train? How many key users do we need to train? After that, we can actually make an estimation how long the project will take. We can come with a clear estimation on budget. And that's when we start the analysis phase. And at the analysis phase, that's where we will show you the new features of Dynamics AX 365 for finance and operations. And we will discuss with you, do you like those new features? Do we want to move what you're currently using to this feature? Do we want to change something that was customized before into more out of the box in the new version? And after we've done that analysis phase, we will start with the real implementation, which is your technical upgrade. And the technical upgrade is actually an automated process from Microsoft where we run your code models, your code through the upgrade tool that will actually convert your code from an older AX version to Dynamics 365 for finance and operation. And actually then we have to resolve all the conflicts there. When that's done, your 365 environment will be ready. We will add some extra configuration. We will train your key users. We will set up the new functionality we might want to use. And then we will start the UAT phase. We will start a training session or training sessions. And after that, we can actually move to the cutover before we go live to the new Dynamics 365 for finance and operation version.